Hi, Eitan Cohen-Yanarocek, a Turkey expert at the Jerusalem Institute for Strategy and Security. And hi, now that these pictures are out,
yes.
Photos, are we to assume there's something here, there's some substance here, and are we to assume, I mean, how safe is the assumption that Turkey is making claims that have to be taken seriously? This was an Israeli operation.
Well, the Turks are trying to, provide us some new headlines. Since the Turkish lira's devaluation is basically deteriorating Mr. Erdogan's public image at home, so he's trying to divert the attention to somewhere else, and in this regard, the friction with other countries, and especially with non-Muslim countries, is playing to his hands. In this regard, now we are seeing that the Turkish intelligence agency MIT, declared that they conducted this operation. As you already mentioned, we have no indicator that these 15 men already passed Mossad training. They are not citizens of the State of Israel. Most probably, they are affiliated with the Palestinian Authority, and maybe they are providing some information to the Israeli Mossad, but definitely they are not the Israeli Mossad. But if they are going to tell to their public that these are not the Israeli Mossad but the Palestinian collaborators spying on other Palestinians, so it will not be as spicy as they would expect. Parallel to that, maybe you are aware of it, but in Turkey there was, I'm speaking in past tense because 4 hours ago approximately, the other important case, terminated. The 10 embassies that are located in Turkey who criticized Turkey regarding the court of Osman Kavala.
A well-known businessman,
yes,
philanthropist.
The philanthropist, yeah. So they made a statement, a joint statement on Twitter, and they basically emphasized their compliance to the Vienna Convention. Basically, this statement came after President Erdogan's threat that he is going to declare the ambassadors of 10 countries as persona non grata, meaning that Erdogan acquired here another unprecedented victory against the Western countries. Before coming here, I heard Erdogan, and he said the Western countries made a U-turn, a historic U-turn, and they will no longer conduct this kind of defamation against the Turkish judiciary, he said. So what he's trying to do is diverting the attention to somewhere else. And
so you see, I just want to be clear, you see these two stories being interrelated, Erdogan stirring a popular sentiment against...
They are not interrelated. They are, two different stories of the same strategy. That's what I'm saying.
Right, stirring up popular antagonism against his traditional antagonists, Israel and the West.
Yes, indeed. So in the very near future, you may see another brinkmanship policy or deterioration vis-a-vis Greece, vis-a-vis Cyprus, vis-a-vis Armenia. By the way, I would also like to make another point here. When you're looking at the Turkish foreign policy, the real friction can be seen in 4 different arenas. These are Israel, Armenia, Cyprus, Greece. What is the common denominator of these 4 countries? These are the nation states of the former Ottoman minorities. Okay, so in the collective Turkish memory, they have a collective memory about Jews, Armenians, and Greeks.
Right. I want to ask you though, because we've had heard in recent months that perhaps Erdogan was looking to pivot a little back to try to mend some bridges with the West, with Washington, with the Biden administration, even with, to some degree, Israel, Egypt.
Yes.
So why do this now? Why suddenly?
This is an ambivalent policy.
Okay.
Before going to this, before Erdogan basically declared this very important statement regarding the persona non grata, the Turkish media already began to speak about Mr. Erdogan's coming summit with Joe Biden in Rome. And we should also pay attention. During these 2 days, the Turkish foreign minister, Mevlut Çavuşoğlu, who was in Korea, he was silent. And as far as I understand, he tried to mend the fences with the European capitals. And as far as I understand, he basically achieved that. So I guess while the president is doing A, the foreign minister is not updated about the statements of his president, and he's trying to mend.
So Turkey, I'm just saying, Turkey doing Ankara doing a good cop, bad cop kind of
yes,
strategy,
yes.
with Erdogan playing both roles at some at times.
And believe me, he's interested in mending fences with the West at the end of the day because of his economy.
Right. All right. We'll have to see if that happens. Dr. Hayat Konya Narocek, thank you for